Welcome to GHOSTWATCH2016. We're recording a podcast here about Kamen Rider
I'm
Ghost
sorry,
Dubs.
that's not the right intro.
It's
What
not.
was that? I'm all confused.
Welcome to GHOSTWATCH2016. Three of us are watching Kamen Rider Ghost. My name's Corey Dickinson.
You've seen a bunch of Kamen Rider
Recently.
Probably. Yeah.
This is Heather Deary.
Yeah.
She's seen some Sentai. I'm Kate Stark. I have no idea what's going on. Gimmicks.
We're all
Is it a gimmick?
It's not actually
You
a
don't
gimmick.
actually know what's going
I have
on.
no
We're
idea
all
what's... I don't think
being-
any of us know what's going on anymore.
No, I know exactly what's going on. We're all being held against our will, trying to get through the last 8 episodes of a series that has turned terrible.
Just
I feel
because I said we couldn't just skip to the last one.
Okay, that was a real conversation.
A good idea. It would have been a great idea.
I feel like Corey's still in it, and Heather and I, our hearts have moved on.
Did you not see how happy we were when we heard that there might be an audio problem and therefore maybe we couldn't record one today?
Yeah, that was a nice
You remember
feeling.
last weekend when we just stared at the TV, all of us, and we were like,
For like an hour and a
Nah.
half, and we were
Nah.
just like, let's not
Let's
record one
not.
today.
and we didn't?
Is that because we thought this episode might be, really stupid and dumb and boring?
Nope.
Sure.
I mean, it was stupid and dumb.
Like, I thought it was going to be episode 42. Friendship. Finger painting is fun. And QB would be back
Oh,
from his
good.
camping adventure with the music gnome.
Heather, what did you think it would be called?
Crisis on Infinite Photocopiers.
I thought it would be called Implosions, but not the type you think they are.
I mean, that one kind of works for what happened.
What was it actually called?
Episode 42.
Astonishment. The truth about the sage. Maybe we'll get the truth about the Thyme and the Rosemary as well.
The truth is he implodes a lot.
Really? I figured you saw that coming from a mile away.
No.
No, but I liked it.
Thanks, I've been workshopping that for a minute.
What happened last time, Kate?
Last time, photocopier dirt people. Taco got what he needs, but he says he's not a friend. Also, and he says he's not a friend. Oh, baby. You.
Yeah, what I need. Yeah, just a
I
friend.
just got put on watch. Legitimately.
We don't usually have an audience when we record this thing, but
They usually run away in fear.
yeah,
This time Ian just walked by and was just like, I'm watching you. That was a really good Bismarcky. Anyone?
I feel like he was around to catch most of the episode we all watched. He should know that this was perfectly okay.
Trash fire, I believe, is how this episode went.
18 days left in this trash fire.
But how many weeks does that translate to in us watching this?
Like 8.
18. This could go on for the rest of our lives, Kate.
No! Don't threaten Kate with that. I don't want to be here for that long.
I have life goals. I have aspirations outside of this podcast.
I like having fun.
You lead a very busy life as CEO of the ocean.
Yes, and
Why-
the ocean's way more fun. It waves at you.
Get the F out.
How is that fun?
She just
'Cause-
wanted to use the pun.
It waves at everyone, not just you.
Well,
Ah,
okay.
suck it, Hodor.
Ocean don't care.
Don't make fun of my ocean friend.
The entire ocean
I'll
is your
take,
friend.
take you out of my friendship squad.
You're CEO of your friend. I'm in a squad with the ocean. I'm very confused.
It's my friend. I'm the CEO of it.
18 days are left, and they're still fighting for some reason, and it won't go away.
That's pretty much the whole episode.
Yeah, that's honestly it.
Oh, cool. Short podcast
We could
today.
surmise this entire episode in like probably 3 sentences.
All right, you start with the first one.
Oh my god, so much fighting.
Friendship flashbacks.
Gramps is Gramps.
Well, Gramps, more detail, and the magistrate are the same person. Great podcast, everybody. Thanks for being here.
Yeah, the one old man character that is played by the same actor and has white hair and is involved in some way with the gnomes in Gnome World and has a secret backstory is the same person as the other old man
No.
that is involved in gnome business.
What?
I mean, we all knew it was going to happen, but I kind of thought he might pretend he had an evil brother at one point, at least first, before it just being like, oh no, that me too.
No, that's not what happened.
No.
Here, we'll get there. So we're fighting in a field as we were at the end of last episode.
Yeah.
Sanzo.
Yeah, Necrom uses Zonzo.
Flower Man transforms.
Everybody's angry.
Gramps and everyone is just off to the side having a little stare.
Yeah, people are watching.
Now we're back at Snapple HQ all of a sudden.
There was an intro song sequence. This was more just to remind us what happened last time.
No, that fight was continuing from the last episode.
I don't
And
remember
they
how
just-
last episodes work anymore.
They decided to end it during kind of the opening thing, and back at HQ, and Makoto is sad on the ground.
He's in the sick room. The
If
one
by sat
sick
on the
room.
ground, you mean like unconscious in bed.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one bed in the middle of the floor with everybody stuffed in the room, lying
Not
up
everybody,
on the walls.
because out in the friendship kitchen seating area is Magister Edith,
Magistrate.
the Gramps.
Evil Gramps.
Military
Gramps.
So he's chilling there, and then Akari comes out, and they were chatting. He's like, well, this is my fault. The Deep Spectre icon I gave to him, it gave him too much strength. And then it's like, yeah, but you gave him the icon, but you're not responsible. It's fine.
The power is derived from the Gone Misers, and they might be the one making the Shadow clone.
They probably are the one. I don't know how you hook up an icon up to a den of evil clones and
They have
think,
photocopiers.
and think that they're not photocopying other evil clones of other people. I don't know how you don't think that. His icon is basically a portable photocopier now. Deep Spectre photocopier icon. Retails
they
for
aren't-
$1.99 at Staples.
They aren't coming from the icon.
Yes, they are.
You saw like they're
No,
stacked
they
up
came
like
right out of the
cordwood
icon,
and gnome hell.
And they had to
No,
fight.
listen to Corey. Corey's right.
You're just taking Corey's side because I made a dumb pun about an ocean.
Yes. But
And
also, Corey's right. That was more for the listener's benefit rather than ours.
But then he also kind of blames Spectre because he's like, Spectre chose to totally take that icon, even though I totally warned him that it was too awesome.
And he wouldn't be able to contain his power. So, I mean, it's really not my fault. But now we're in Gnome Hell.
In the roundy room,
Brother's chatting to sister, having some flashbacks.
It seems like a really annoying time for him. He's just sitting there having these flashbacks. That really ugly monster thing keeps saying Taco Time is the answer and needs to be destroyed, and his sister's just staring at him. I wouldn't want to be there. It seems stifling.
I think she's talking about how their dad regretted, or no, he's having flashbacks about everyone telling him.
Yeah,
that-
the regret
Utopia
thing
thing.
happens later when they're in the roundy room again.
Yeah, but this one, it's Sweatsbro himself having his own flashbacks of people telling him he's wrong, and then him fighting with them.
Yeah. There's basically 3 main locations this episode. Inside Snapple, roundy room, somewhere outside.
And somewhere outside has various subcategories in a field,
Yeah, they're
in
mostly,
a river,
mostly green.
by a river,
Mostly
underwater.
green this
all
episode.
fighting, all for fighting.
All for fighting.
Those are the fighting scenes, the outdoors fights. The inside Snapple is for sick, and the roundy room is for being annoyed.
I believe at this point, Taco senses tingled.
Yep.
Ran into a field, found Sweat Bro appearing. He starts fighting.
We didn't know where Taco went for a minute, because the fight was a lot of Necrom, Sanzo, and Bro. Yeah, this is when the Bro fight happened.
Necrom and Taco are fighting, and Necrom has singled out his brother to be like, "What does your heart want? Why are you fighting? Blah blah blah."
There's a bam noise.
The Rose King just kind of like sticks his hand out and blasts the Necrom suit to smithereens, and then PB falls over.
And has all these like cuts and like scrapes on him, and you can tell that he's not having a good time.
Yeah,
But
he
he,
grabs his brother's leg and he just starts screaming about why'd you kill Dad and
Why'd you
heart
kill
things
father?
and-
People can't live in solitude. Don't
Yeah.
you understand that no one is on your side anymore?
He basically became Taco, but like without the music.
Your mind is as feeble as your body, and then kicks him into the river, where he just like,
As a nap.
yeah, well, so Taco goes over and like holds him, and then PB goes, Taco, and then like passes out. We're like, oh well, he's dead.
Dead question mark? Yeah, maybe. And then Infinity Shield thing from
Gramps,
Taco.
Because
and
there's
then
the two gun misers and the Rose King all using big
it
light
breaks
show effects.
Taco's thing, and then Gramps is like, no.
Wait, Military Gramps.
Yeah,
though,
Military Gramps.
transforms.
Who is watching, of course, is like Ultima. And then he becomes Military Gramps Battle Cat and just tanks all the shots, and then everyone's gone. And so Sweat's Emperor Rose King Bro is all like, haha, they are dead.
No,
They
the
are
exact
so
words were
definitely dead.
they're completely destroyed.
Yeah, so you know that
Everyone's dead
that
for
they
sure.
must absolutely 100% be dead. He's going to be real shocked later.
So Gramps, in his Battle Cat form, basically transports them through an eye teleporter back to Snapple HQ, holding Taco and PB.
But then he gets destroyed.
Yes.
He took too much damage. His little icon shatters.
And then the screen goes black. And then we hear vaguely Akari trying to call out Taco's name. And then we see Akari over Taco. So you can tell that Taco is just waking up from being unconscious.
And over to the side is Poncho Boy with a busted up poncho, and Urisen wearing a takoyaki on his head is pestering him, trying to get him also to wake up.
But he is alive. He's just unconscious.
They really need to get a bigger sick room, because at most we've seen 2 people in that room, but because these 2 are not dead and very sick, they must be in the basement in the sick beds.
Gramps now shows up in the basement, and Spectre comes downstairs with the aid of Cannon. And just very easily we figure out that Gramps and Magistrate are the same person.
So what happens is they're all talking about how Military Gramps is gone and dead, and then he's like, no, I am still here, and his little icon flies out of a portal in front of the monolith. And then he transforms into like his body. He's wearing a cloak, but he's still got the white straight hair on from his military form. He's like being all serious, but he's wearing the sage robes. And then they're like, wait. And Urisen's all like, old man, you're wearing the wrong clothes. And he's like, haha.
I didn't mean any harm by it.
I'm
Haha,
cute.
whoops.
Oops. Yeah, got caught.
He literally says, I could have found the time to explain, but I couldn't. And we're
Couldn't
like,
find the right time.
sorry, what? And he's like, no, yeah, I didn't mean anything bad by it.
Then everyone gets mad at him.
He literally giggles.
We cut back to Sweatsbro tentacling the ceiling.
Ah!
At
Just
this
for a
point
second, though.
with White Sister, and that's when White
Didn't
Sister is
win.
like, no, Dad loved you and was never angry with you and just wanted you to not be in the prayer room.
Because you're not allowed in the prayer room, because if you've bonded with the gun misers, you're fanatical, blah, blah, blah. It would make you blah, blah, blah.
It's very dumb.
Okay, then we go back to Snapple HQ where they're all yelling at Gramps because Akari wants explanations, and they find out that Gramps made the 99-day limit the first time and could have brought Taco Time back to life, but didn't, and now things got complicated, and Akari's all like, I saw him die 3 times, and each time was more painful than the next, and he's very angry at you.
Even the students say angry things.
Which we
in an
did not
angry,
expect.
Angry tone of voice, but their faces
And in
weren't
case-
quite anything.
In case you were unaware of how angry they might be, Taco, while watching, keeps thinking, wow, look at all this rage these people have. There's so much rage here. They're raging because they were worried about me, rage.
He literally says, I didn't know they cared so much.
I never realized.
Okay, like, sorry, Taco. get stuffed. Yeah, you did. These are your best friends, you dummy.
And so he apologizes to them.
So
You
stupid.
dummy.
Well, and they all get confused because they're like, why are you sorry? And he's like, well, I didn't realize people were worried about me all the time.
And then Pretty Boy was like, oh, he was trying to protect our world. And the Spectre was like, I wouldn't have survived Gnome Hell if it wasn't for him. And then they, like, started thanking Gramps.
Yeah, and Taco's like, in the flashback about Dad, when they made the icons, he had the same look as Dad, so I trust him.
Yeah, and then
The police.
whoop, whoop. It's the sound of the police. Whoop, whoop. It's a line I don't know.
Whoop, whoop.
This one's lasting a long time.
Hey.
What was that?
It was trying to get in on the song, Kate.
Everyone basically just immediately turns around and is like, you know what? Yeah, Gramps, thanks. You're good. Our rage is gone. It's nice that we're happy again. And I'm like, you guys are so wishy-washy.
And then Beethoven kidnaps Taco.
Beethoven. That's how you spell Beethoven.
Yeah.
Beethoven.
Into
I
a
have to
piano
say-
room.
To spell Beethoven, in your head you have to say Beethoven. And then you can
Beethoven.
spell it correctly.
Beethoven. That's the only reason I know how to spell Beethoven.
Yeah, just put
Beethoven.
Beth in the oven.
No, there's, an E,
Beethoven.
there's 2 E's.
Is there?
Yeah.
Oh, I've been spelling it wrong.
Yeah,
And there's no
that's why you have to say Beethoven.
Beethoven. Beethoven.
Uvine.
Wait, I'm really self-conscious now that that's not how you spell Beethoven.
No, there's 2 E's.
Yeah, no, I believe you. I'm not
Yay!
believing you.
Beethoven. Beethoven.
Because remember that thing about how Beethoven lost his hearing and blah, 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 got angry, blah, 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 harnessed his rage, and now Taco's all like, you could totally use your rage power to do things. And he's like, yeah, if you don't get overwhelmed by your rage, you can use it. The end. And now they're friends.
They are friends. About as quickly as everybody became friends with Gramps.
And Taco has a red glow now. I think the different colors are supposed to be something.
Sure.
I wonder if they matched the tablet colors from the Gone Misers.
I don't want to think about that. Taco is all like, hey, yeah, Gramps, and touches him and then has some failure flashbacks. There's some kind of traffic jam outside.
Flashbacks from Gramps' past, where he's like seeing someone get crispified in a photocopier, and he's like, "Uh-oh, that's not supposed to happen." And him working together with Dead Dad, and then being buddies, and him being like, "Oh no, it's all my fault."
I didn't make very good notes about that part. All I wrote was flashback to failure photocopies. Big trouble. In photocopier hell.
Yeah, that's basically it. But then that gets cut off because Urisen starts screaming, "Trouble! Trouble!" Taco says that Pretty Boy and Spectre need to stay because they are still very hurt. So then suddenly we're at a riverbank.
No, we're out in the open field.
We're in an open field suddenly.
Yeah.
The riverbank might come later. Who knows?
Who knows? Yeah.
Yeah.
No, wait, the
Secret.
riverbank already happened.
No,
Yeah,
the second riverbank.
There's a second
which is
riverbank.
past,
Ooh,
is the flashback.
Spoilers!
There's a flashback riverbank while this fight is happening.
I was
and they
getting
cut
so
between
confused.
Because what happened is, back in time,
No,
when-
let's talk about that part when we actually get to that part. We should talk about...
there's nothing that happens
part
here.
now.
It's
No,
it's
no,
just- they-
look,
they
yeah,
fight,
look,
they
stuff
fight
happens.
people
Flower,
are
infinite
imperfect.
taco, friendship,
Infinite taco,
flashbacks,
all friends are watching,
the red bow and arrow,
flashbacks,
flashbacks of all the
flashbacks,
friends,
hearts
elation
weak,
stream.
flashbacks.
Humans
Through
humans are full of
conflict,
doubt.
people learn better.
People don't change.
Humans can't change.
People don't
Humans
change.
can't
Infinite
change.
potential.
Flashbacks to his dad fighting in rage
Yeah,
slash.
no,
Okay,
now
we're there
explain
now.
flashbacks.
We're there now. Okay. So
Can you tell we've really given up on this podcast?
when Battle Gramps hears
That's my favorite form of Gramps now.
hears the Rose King say that people can't change, and Taco say people can totally change in response. The whole conversation is just like Sweatsbro saying something, and then Taco saying no, the opposite. And Gramps has a flashback to when he first came out of the Monolith portal, I'm assuming, and ran into Dead Dad, and had the same conversation. And Dead Dad somehow summoned Musashi's spirit figure dude without an icon.
Yeah, he pulled him out of the sword hilt.
The sword hilt. So, which meant that he was basically in tune with that spirit already. And they fight against Battle Gramps and have a conversation on a river that mirrors exactly what's happening in current day with Taco and Sweat Emperor.
Yeah, they're having the exact same conversation.
Except one of them involves like bows and dueling and fire and explosions, and the other one's just a few guys with swords.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Still cool though.
And
Normal swords, not even magical swords.
Mm-mm.
And in the past, Dead Dad holds out his hand, and him and Battle Gramps become friends, and everything is A-okay.
So then Taco does the same thing, reaches his hand out to Sweatbro. There's like the nice, happy, everything's fixed music. Sweatbro reaches for Taco's hand and then slaps it. Music stops.
And it's not a low five. It's not.
No, it's
No,
not like,
no,
hey,
it's-
buddy. No, it was like,
Yeah.
I reject your handshake.
It's not like he suddenly became cool and understood humans.
What happened in the flashback was Gramps was like, oh, I was wrong. Humans can change and be cool and awesome. But Adele? Is that his name?
Yep.
Yeah, Adele thinks differently. He has decided that making a utopia is futile, which is what he says to Sister Lady when he teleports himself back to the round room.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because his version was more like, I was wrong, hand smack, I finally understand. Blah.
And then, so they're gone. Taco turns to his crew of humans and is like, you know what? I'm going to come back to life, but I'm going to need your help. Urisen is now like tormenting Unari and they're running around. And then Gramps kind of looks on to everyone and says, a world full of these dorks is a world that I want. Not exact words, but you get what I mean.
And in round room, Sweat Emperor kills himself.
He,
Yeah, I mean-
like, reaches his hand into his chest and pulls an icon out.
I think that's where he was keeping it. I think he was keeping his
Okay.
icon inside his body.
And then all of the latex bros look at him and I go, new emotion detected.
Yeah, and then he squashes his icon.
He says he's going to become the world.
So did he kill himself or did he become the world?
I think he became the world.
I think
Hmm.
he just destroyed his photocopier body, and he's got a real body that he's got to wake up in, maybe.
In the
But
world?
also, I'm super worried because we saw some icon fragments on the ground, which mean the Gone Misers are probably going to make another wide load.
Deadliest Catch,
We don't
part 2.
we know.
Ice Road Truckers.
It's going to have tentacles.
Oh, maybe it'll just be a shark tornado.
It's going to have tentacles and be red.
Ah, you're right. It's gonna be red.
I hate it.
Probably black.
I already
Well,
hate
yeah.
Spiky?
Ugh.
Yeah. They'll
Oh.
be very
It's
spiky.
going to be like a swirl of spikes
Maybe it'll be
No.
thorny.
attached to two people. Remember, it's got to be like, maybe it'll be a super wide load. It'd be like 3 actors in a body. Maybe it'll be like a tripod.
I am so miserable already just thinking about it.
It's gonna say things. It's gonna have emotions. It's
Please
gonna
stop.
try to eat the planet.
Please stop talking.
It's gonna turn into
You
Unicron.
know,
Please stop
the show ended already, and we don't have to talk about it anymore, Corey. Why you keep
Corey,
talking
why
about
you do
it?
this to me?
Thank you all for listening.
Thanks for listening to our podcast.
Yeah.
We're sorry.
Yeah. In advance and also for what we've already done.
I'm sorry for the next 8 weeks.
So many weeks.
I mean, it's 16 for the listeners if we stay on track.
I'm not taking
once every 2
responsibility.
Mm-hmm.
That's
I'm not
nice.
taking responsibility for your other podcast, Corey. You guys have to do that well on your own.
Oh, I'm just saying that 8 weeks might not be enough.
No,
There's
no.
still a movie.
Every other.
I didn't sign on for the film. We're going to have to go into contract negotiations here, Corey.
If you would like to see other of the episodes of this podcast, check out GHOSTWATCH2016.xyz. Also, when new episodes are posted, I post about them on the Twitter, GHOSTWATCH2016.
When you cheat on us with other podcasters and do a podcast about this podcast, what's that called?
GHOSTWATCH2017.
Garbage. Trash. Hi, Adam.
I've got-
Hi, Alexia.
Alexi.
Alexi.
Yeah, Alexi does a recap of the episodes. She's really good at it.
Damn it. I like you guys already. I was going to trash talk you in the future,
Nah,
but I'm
I
not going to
wouldn't-
do
I
that
wouldn't
now.
Trash talk them.
You seem great.
Alexi drinks something called Peach Daniels. At least that's what she calls it. It's peach flavored Jack Daniels, and it comes in a bottle.
I like this human.
She also pets bumblebees.
I like her a lot.
Like
Damn
regular
it.
sized bumblebees or larger ones?
All of them. She
Oh.
wants to pet all of the bees.
I pet a bee once.
What?
Yeah.
I asked people on Twitter if they petted bees, and I got a response that was like, maybe I try pet a wasp, huh?
No, you pet
No,
bumblebee.
no.
They're very soft.
Oh.
That's what Alexi
Wasps
said.
are
Yeah,
pointy.
they sit happy bumblebee, but they sit in the sun and they just like soak it in, and then you go and you pet their bum, and they're real happy about it because they can't sting you. They're just there for a good time, and I'm there to provide that good time. It's like giving a cat scritches, but you're just giving a bumblebee bum scratches.
Bum scratches?
Well, it's like bum pets.
Bumbles.
They're very soft. Mm-hmm.
Probably. They're very small.
No, they can be big.
Tiny.
Have you ever
The
seen
size of your fist?
like this?
Yeah, I've seen a bumblebee that size.
Yeah,
About
and
golf
you-
ball size.
Yeah, and you pet it.
You don't pet them with your whole hand, Corey.
Just
You
your
only use its
fingertip.
fingers.
Just the tip.
Why?
Because they're soft.
I don't think you've tried this before.
Don't you like petting soft things?
No.
What? You're a monster.
Oh, well.
Confirmed.
I mean, that explains a few things. We should go.
You all have to leave now.
Okay, goodbye.
Goodbye.